Hello, my name is Blossoms, and today we're going to be talking about Ascension 6. For those of you who don't know, I don't have any single character to Ascension 6. All of my characters are, at maximum Ascension 5 with some of their talents at level 8, or in the case of Xiao, all of my talents at level 8 and maxed out at Ascension 5. So today we're going to be ascending Xiao to a level 6, and not only that, we're going to level him up to level 90, and we're also going to level up his weapon to level 90, and then we're going to just kind of see the difference between the big leap of maxing out to 90 and just staying at 80. We're also going to be taking his talents all to level 9 just to bump those up. I don't have enough Mora or I think even materials to go to level 10 and crown him. So today we're just going to suffice for level 9 talents and see what the major difference is there and whether or not it's something you guys might want to invest in. But without further ado, let's go ahead and check out Xiao in his current state and just, what he's capable at this current point in time. I showed you a little bit of Xiao in the intro there, but as you can see, this is his crit rate and crit damage. We have a very solid ratio. We have that classic 2-to-1 ratio. His crit damage isn't super high, but having that good ratio is what matters. Nothing too crazy on the energy recharge, and then 61.6% animo damage bonus. And we are running the 4-piece Viridescent Venerer. Yes, it is a little bit more optimal to run your Xiao with 2-piece Glad and 2-piece Viridescent, but I do like him to be the debuffer. It's just very fun for me, personally. So I run him that way, and I do have very good Viridescent artifacts, at least on my Feather and Flower. So I choose to run him on that, and yes, all of these artifacts are level 20 and are maxed out, so these will not be changing throughout the process. As for constellations, I have 0 Xiao constellations, so I think this is going to be an appropriate representation for most of your Xiaos. And then, as you saw for the weapon, we are using Deathmatch at level 80, and it is Refinement rank 2, so that is important to note. And then the very last thing being the fact that all of our talents are level 8. Alright, so in order to figure out just how strong my current Xiao is, we're going to be bringing him into the Storm Terror domain, and we're going to basically try to solo him with Xiao. We are going to incorporate Noelle in the party just to make sure we don't die or anything with my, Oonga Boonga reactions. But let's just go ahead and see what he's capable of. If I remember correctly, Xiao here is almost able to one-phase Storm Terror on his own in his burst. We'll see exactly where he can actually get that health and go from there. Alright, and we got him down. Go ahead and check out the kind of damage Xiao can do. One of my favorite things about Xiao is that he can just literally hop up here and get business done. So we're doing about 16.9, 17k per crit, depends on how high I am. And we are more than enough to get Storm Terror down at least most of the way here, but as you can see, we do fall a little bit short. So that's going to be a very interesting metric that I want to check out for Xiao specifically during this, just to see if we can actually one-phase Storm Terror after spending all of these mats on him. Alright, again, we're going to be testing him out at another boss. This time we're going to be testing him out at the Primal Bishop here, or whatever, the big boss, the king. He wants to rage with the king, and we're basically just going to only use him in Noelle again, just to kind of see where Xiao can get this guy in terms of health. I don't think he's going to be able to even come close to one-phasing, as this guy has a lot of health, but we'll go ahead and see. And we are hitting around the same numbers on this guy as we were on Storm Terror. It's just I seem to be critting a little bit less, which is unfortunate. But we are getting there. And we can... Well, that's why we brought Noelle, but it didn't really work out. And as you can see, Xiao can't even come close to one-phasing this guy, let alone getting his health to half. So we'll see how much that changes as well. Alright, and one final little metric here is, of course, our best friend, the Pyro Regisvine here. I am almost positive Xiao is going to be able to one-phase this guy, but we'll go ahead and see though. And then of course, do keep in mind this is without any other units for really assistance here, other than Xiao trying to get the actual shield down. Let's see if Xiao can go ahead and get this guy out. Yeah. Okay, so Xiao can still one phase this guy. It did take a little bit of time. I think he was about to get out of his little phase there. But yeah, of course, we can indeed one phase the Pyro Regicide with a well-built Ascension 5 Xiao here. So we'll go ahead and see how that changes whenever we go ahead and hit that Ascension 6. All right, you guys are going to be here for my moments of actually getting all of these mats into the homie Xiao and checking out the differences. So, you know, do take a mental note of all of these stats, attack, defense, how those are going to change. And his crit rate will change a little bit as we send him, but he will be slightly more consistent as well. So that's something to think about as well. He's going to get 5% more crit rate. Let's go ahead and actually send him my first character to the level 80/90 range. You see we got the achievement onward and upward there. Let's go ahead and get him to level 90 to see how much of a difference that is. All right, so he's a level 90. He's got a bit more attack, about 100 or so, about 100 different 100 more defense as well. So nothing too substantial, very minor in terms of the level right there. I have a feeling it's going to change quite a bit once we actually go ahead and level up the deathmatch here. Let's go ahead and do that as well. Alright, let's see what the difference is in the deathmatch here. The deathmatch is going to give him some more crit rate as well, so he's just getting an outright consistency boost. Alright, so with the deathmatch at level 90, it's upped its base attack a little bit, nothing too crazy, and we definitely got some more crit rate, so he is going to be even more consistent, but it did bump him up about another 100 attack, which is very nice. And that consistency, as I said, did go up quite a bit. We got about 8% more crit rate in total from leveling both of those up, but that's just for my Xiao specifically. Because I'm using deathmatch, and you know his hidden ascension passive of giving us more crit rate is why we got those. So of course, you know, other characters are going to get other things as you do that. Okay, so we've gotten Xiao to level 90. We've gotten his weapon to level 90, which has added some base attack and a little bit of crit rate. And we've gotten all of his talents to level 9. Definitely not boosting his normal attack with Tartaglia at all. Definitely farmed out the correct amount of mats. Well, anyway, yeah, we have everything out where we need to be. I'm not going to crown him or anything. As you can see, crowning characters is very, very expensive. 700k cost a crown, and you need like 16 gold books. I feel like this is the level where that is most attainable for everybody, as not everybody's going to want to crown every single character, because obviously that's impossible because they give us crown in a limited quantity. So I think showing off the difference between a maxed out Ascension 5 and, you know, level 9 talents and then level 90 weapon and level is going to be a really good benchmark just to see just how worth it is. And now that we have him here, let's go ahead and go to Ye Olde Storm Terror just to check out how much stronger he is. Alright, here we are to see if Xiao can actually one-face Storm Terror. I have a feeling he's going to be just a little bit off, but we'll go ahead and see. He might actually be able to do it. We are a little bit more consistent on our crits now that we have, you know, we upgraded the weapon. It gave us a little bit more crit rate, and Ascending Xiao has a crit rate hidden passive there. So we might be able to hit all of our crits, which, if we can really help out. Also, I love Xiao for Storm Terror just because you get literally most of his shield down with just both of your E's there. Alright, let's go ahead and get him down here. Then we'll go ahead and get the ult, jump on up, and start plunging. See if we can actually do it, get our normal attacks in there. Seems like we're getting some pretty good hits there. Looks like we're getting double hits on him, actually. And, okay, well, I guess we did. I guess we were able to one-face Storm Terror. I actually wasn't really expecting him be able to do it by himself. I figured he would come really close, and then obviously maybe, you know, with some supports he could do it quite easily, but he could do it by himself now, which is actually kind of crazy. I didn't quite expect that. Do keep in mind we did get a little bit of extra attack there. We have a little bit more crit rate, so I guess those really did come in clutch. And you know, the percentage from the talents here, we didn't even use our E skill for damage. We easily could have, whenever it regenerated, we could have dashed twice, get some extra burst DPS in there, but we were mostly just trying to use our Q here and, you know, a couple normal attacks as I try to get in like a normal attack or two while plunging, and well, that was enough. So Well, let's go ahead and see what he's like on some of the other boss monsters and see, you know, just kind of what the difference might be. All right, and then of course we'll go ahead and go into the much bulkier boss here to see just how much more damage he can do. Obviously, he's not going to be able to, you know, one elemental burst this guy or anything, as this guy has a lot of health. But we'll go ahead and just see kind of where we can get him to and compare it to where we were last time. All right, looks like he's ready for real damage now. I forgot to put up Noel's shield, so that's going to suck. Might have been a shortcoming on my end, but and we had to cancel it a little bit early there, but we were able to get him to about half. I'd say we had a little bit longer, at least for another plunge, maybe two on Xiao there, and we were able to get him to about half, which is actually quite considerable. And, you know, considering the last time, I don't think we even really got close to half. We were probably quite a bit above. I would say we probably hit like 35-40% last time with Xiao here, but being able to get him to actual 50% is kind of crazy. All right, I'm sure we're not really going to have a problem with this one, but I just wanted to go ahead and double check as to maybe how quick we can annihilate this guy. Let's go ahead and use Tartaglia to get the shield down and make our lives just a little bit easier at least. Try and get our ult going. I can't jump. I can't jump. Okay, let's see if we can recover from that one. Oh no. Okay, we were still able to one face it. We kind of botched it right there, but even though we botched it and couldn't jump at all, we were able to one phase it regardless. You know, he started to get up there, but we dashed through and we persevered, which is good. At the very least, we were able to still pretty much one phase him there. Of course, we're going to be able to one phase him if we don't totally screw up our jump there, but just kind of wanted to show you guys that one as well. All right, so in conclusion, I would say this was a lot more worth it than I thought it was going to be. I did not think the difference would be this kind of drastic. We're doing substantially more damage, and we were definitely more consistent. That's definitely because of the weapon we're using and Xiao's, you know, hidden Ascension there, boosting us to nearly 80% crit rate is pretty nice. But the amount of extra damage we were doing with our normal, our E, and our Q did feel really nice. We were able to one-phase Storm Terror a lot easier than we could have possibly with the level 80 Xiao. With level 80 Xiao, I could usually one-phase him if I had some good support characters, but now I can one-phase Storm Terror by Xiao's self, so if I have a couple support characters, it's going to be even easier, which is pretty nice. Just knowing that this has made it so much more worth it for me than I thought it was going to be. Getting like a favorite character to level 90 or something, if you have like a hyper carry or, you know, a big main DPS that you like using a lot, then I can absolutely recommend going ahead, getting them to level 90, getting their weapon to level 90, and getting those talents up. I imagine putting a crown on him is going to make him even more insane. That might be a future video though, and we'll go ahead and test that out. But as for now, this is a really good spot to be in, and I do recommend it for your hyper carries or main DPSs. I couldn't really recommend it for your sub DPSs as they don't really need to be maxed out. But I'd say this was definitely worth it for a main DPS like Xiao, and way more worth it than I thought it was going to be. So hopefully this video was helpful to you guys. I appreciate you guys tuning in, and I hope you enjoyed the video. I got a couple more this week, and I hope you enjoy those as well. Anyway, my name is Blossoms, and I'll catch you guys in the next video. I hope you guys have a fantastic rest of your day. Peace.